Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to 999, the first Nonary game. So we are fairly close to the end. It seems like we're going to get one more split path decision. It might just be like a conversation thing, or it might be that we don't even have input, and whether we end up on the left path or the right path of the left branch really had more to do with our decisions up until this point. Once we get to the end, I'm going to see if we can get back to the main menu, turn the audio to Japanese speaking, and we'll try that out a little bit. So I guess that means some of the dialogue that if we can rewind and go back and see, we'll hear the Japanese actors a little bit, which should be fine. And we'll try and kind of see if we can get it to auto scroll and maybe move even a little bit faster. That might be a little bit too much, frankly, to have it speaking in the original Japanese language, scroll faster and auto scroll, but we'll see. In the last recording, more evidence pointed towards Clover potentially being the true zero. We found a captain in the captain's quarters, dead, with a zero watch, detonator watch, which is weird, certainly. Why would you need a zero detonator watch if you were really the person in charge? And there's still plenty of room to believe that either Clover or Ace could be the bad guy, or even Junpei could be the bad guy. That's the group I'm with, and so I don't know what else to really take from that. It could be that every ending here reveals one different character to be the bad guy, or like the Clue movie, there's several different endings, but not enough endings where every single character is the bad guy. Although there is one ending in the Clue movie where everybody killed somebody, there isn't an ending where Miss Scarlet, for instance, killed everybody. Well, actually, I think there was an ending for Miss Scarlet. So yeah, we're close to the end. And it would be interesting if it turned out that we find out who the killer is, and then that just consistently stays to be the truth on the different branches. Or if we find a solution here and it eliminates one of the characters, and then we go back in time and replay it, and then you start with 8 players instead of 9, which eventually I guess that would really ruin the game. So I bet that doesn't happen. But it could be different. There's a question about how varied and how different this really will be, considering how little interaction really has been here. This is much more of a visual novel game than I was expecting. Let's hop into it. We're on the big staircase on floor A. So in theory, this big staircase is a different staircase than where we started. Otherwise, we would have just opened and walked through a door that could have been opened and walked through at the very beginning of the game.
Ace, did he head down?
So we didn't see Ace when we turned around and looked at Clover, and Clover has something in her pockets, and she has a stick on her back.
Oh, there he is.
So Ace is not quite killed. Ace could be we know nothing about Ace, so there's a good chance that he's the killer.
Look, the 4 others are there too.
Really?
Let's join them. Jumpy, Clover.
So they did go full circle, and they must have just opened a door that was either not marked before, or we opened a door that had the same lock on both sides.
What's up?
We found it.
They found door number 9. So you don't even find door number 9, apparently.
Found what?
We found it.
What did you find?
The last door. We found door 9.
What?
Now the music kicks in.
Come on, just follow
us. We'll explain on the way. Okay.
Well, if that's the case...
Wait for me.
We should get going as well.
So, if nobody has the 0 bracelet and nobody has the 9 bracelet, then it's just going to come down to
We finally made it.
figuring out who's going to make it through what door and
It's
who's
finally time.
potentially going to get left behind. Because I don't think the lineup has changed in any way, but maybe it has.
We've reached the end. Something's bothering me. Only 3 to 5 people can go through the numbered door.
So he's just going to explain the math so I don't even have to worry about it. Good.
7 of us are on our way to door 9. That means that, best case scenario, there will be 2 of us who have to stay behind.
7 people. I don't know why there's a best case scenario there. Why couldn't you do 2 groups of 3?
2 people. Is there a way? 4:30.
So it's 4:30, so we have like an hour and a half, I think, before.
I've only got 90 minutes left. I've got no time to wonder about it now.
Yeah.
Hey, Junpei! June! What the hell are you two doing? Hurry it up!
Let's go, Jumpy.
Yeah.
These other characters seem smart enough to have thought of that too. Lotus definitely thought of it.
What about door 2?
So, did nobody ever go through door 2?
What about door 2?
I guess nobody did.
Door 2 is the only one we didn't. We haven't gone through it, I mean.
Yes, that is true.
Are you guys okay with that? Not investigating it, I mean?
I mean, we've investigated everything else, and video game wise, I would like to investigate it.
So what? We found door 9. We don't need any of the other doors.
Are we sure about that?
What's the point? Huh? What's the point in going to door 9? We can't all go through it, right? And we should do what we have to do before we go any further.
So, more evidence here that Clover is really 0. That she's still trying to get people to play the game, for one reason or another.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle.
Is there some mathematical way in which door 2 would be a booby trap, and you wouldn't have gone through door 2 unless you were led to door 2? I don't see a way.
The best way to finish it quickly is to do the border pieces first. You know? Or what? You think all 7 of us should go to door 9?
I'm kind of with her, though. Maybe I don't trust her reasoning, but if there is something behind door 2 that turned into like another watch or something, that would be helpful.
And then we argue over who stays behind and who gets to go?
I mean, she's making a decent point.
Do we really want to do that again? Who knows? If we check out door 2, maybe we'll find something.
She makes a good point.
Maybe we can find a way to get all of us out. Huh. I don't know what might be in there. We may not find anything. But don't you think it'd be better to at least have a look?
This is the right voice acting for Clover, considering her brother was exploded, or alleged brother was exploded. But I'm still not sure I believe that one. But it is also oddly the most that she's been willing to talk the entire game. And so now she feels a little off character by having so much to say in one conversation.
I mean, am I wrong? Does that sound wrong to you guys?
Yeah, I imagine a lot of these ha's sounds, which sometimes I am going too, which is adding to the voice acting accidentally. They might mean a lot more in Japanese. Like there might be ways in which you interpret verbal sounds as ways of agreeing without actually saying a word that was a word of agreement. And that might be getting poorly localized and poorly translated. And that would be certainly an editorial decision of a localization team to say, here where they make a thoughtful sound, should we put it in parentheses thoughtful sound, or a grunt of agreement, or something like that? Or do you just verbalize it and write it and go, ah, or huh?
Yeah, you do have a point. The last time I checked the clock, it was 4:30. It's not like we've got a lot of time, but if we're quick about it, we might have time to take a look.
You're right.
It would be funny if it turned out that one room locked you in that room for like over 2 hours, no matter what. It just had a timer on it and you couldn't get out until a certain time.
Let's go take a look at door 2.
The elevator can take us down to door 2.
So it seems like we're
Who shall go then?
having to choose the path we're on as far as the flow. Seems like that put us on a path to check out everything, which kind of makes it feel like all the other paths probably don't have you look everywhere and check out every door. And it kind of makes it feel like, well, this choice was a fairly free choice, and this choice was a fairly free choice. This choice maybe wasn't so free, and this last choice definitely doesn't feel like it was free, because we can see we've now branched. And the only question we can ask is, what numbers do we want for 9?
Let's see.
Is he going to do the math?
I'm going.
And again, we don't have control, so Clover's going.
Then June, 7, and I need to go with her.
June, 7, and Santa. So, 7 and Santa is 10. June is 6. That's 16. 16 plus... wait, that doesn't equal 9. I don't get this. That doesn't seem to make any sense at all. Santa is 3. 7 is 7. That's 10. June is 6, which would be 16. And Clover is 4, which would be 20, which would give you a digital root of 2. Maybe it leaves the other 3 people, which would be Lotus, Ace, and Junpei, which would be 5, 8, and 1 as a group. 5, 8, and 1 added together would be 14, which would be 5. I guess maybe what he's done here is run a calculation saying, if this group is going to go, this group cannot leave the other group with a digital root of 9 to get through door 9. But also, I guess they have to get through door 2 first, and so he just ran the numbers to get to 2.
Hey, why do you get to...
I don't mind. We'd only waste time arguing over it.
Jumpy, I'm okay too.
I think the Jumpy nickname probably shouldn't have been in the game, and it probably is a localization mistake here. It would have been better translated as just the honorific, which snobby anime fans of subtitles have adopted as what they want to hear and how they want things translated. So it probably was Junpei-kun, or June-kun or something, maybe shortened, but yeah, that's probably what she's saying here. Kun being the honorific of someone you're close with, or it could have been Chan, could be Junpei Chan, another slightly different way of showing familiarity with someone. and localizing it to a nickname is kind of silly, and it does go to show that the localization team probably were Japanese who spoke English more than English people who spoke Japanese, because there's probably less than 100 people in all of the United States that have a nickname called Jumpy. It's just not something most people would have.
See?
Can we just go now?
Fine.
Alright, let's get going.
Sometimes the game still feels like it doesn't register button presses every time.
I'll see you later.
Like every now and then I have to hit A
Okay.
twice.
Be careful.
And I guess if I wasn't pressing A at all, then the game would just play itself.
Lotus, would you be so kind as to go with me?
So, here's the thing. If Ace somehow got the Zero Watch, then they can escape. Ace and Lotus plus 0 equals 9. They can get through the 9 door, leaving me dead. Could also be that Ace and Lotus were working together in the first place and they murdered Snake. Would that number add up? 8 plus 9 plus 2 would have been 11. No. It couldn't just have been Ace and Lotus that opened the door that they pushed Snake through and killed, unless Ace has the 9 bracelet, and then it might be 9 plus 2, which would be 11, plus Ace, which would be 3. Yeah, the numbers add up. If Ace has been collected the number 9 bracelet, he could have killed Snake. And honestly, he could have done it without anyone helping him at all. He could be the killer. Or he could have done it with, and it was Ace that proposed the idea that it had to be at least 2 killers also. And it was Ace that proposed the idea that it should be Zero who gets blamed, and people shouldn't be suspicious of the other players of this Nonary game. Yeah, there's a lot more solid circumstantial evidence here, I guess you'd call it, that Ace is the killer. Will Ace be the killer in every ending? That's what we want to find out.
Go with you. Well, I didn't think people still talked that way outside of the 1950s.
Alright, here we're going to have our, I guess, first instance in which somebody calls Ace old for the 3 or 4 times that they have said that Lotus is an old hag. And by my perspective, yeah, they both look like they're probably late 30s, mid 40s. I mean, you could even say this is they're in their anime 50s, but I hardly would call them old hags. Either one.
Well, I'm a mother. Would that be a problem for you?
This is an interesting revelation that she's a mother, although this may also be a lie.
That wasn't what I meant to... I was hoping you would come with me.
Seriously, though, I was kidding. So, where was it you wanted to take me?
There's something I wanted to show you.
Hey man, what the hell? I'm not important enough?
Well, it's not like that. Once I've shown Lotus, I'll show you.
Really?
Of course.
Fine. Do whatever you want.
Thanks, Junpei. Are you coming, Lotus?
Fine. Doesn't look like they're going to be back anytime soon.
So, the real question here is, do we get to see or get told what happens in door number 2, or do we just miss out on that? And is he going to murder Lotus to get her watch, or just tell her that they can escape together? Lotus would almost certainly agree to escape with him and save herself.
I might as well go and see whatever it is you think is so important.
Thank you. Well then, shall we go?
There really is no reason to not include Junpei in this. And see, this will be kind
so
of
slow.
sad and ridiculous if you just hear a thud and go black and it's just game over. You don't get to know any ending of any value because you played so badly.
And what's keeping Ace and Lotus? Clover, I guess you're the first one back.
Well, I guess the idea is that they're all on the elevator, or only Clover is coming back. But they probably should have animated everybody that was on the elevator, or very quickly said Clover, June, everybody that's back. So, did everyone literally die there? Did Clover just trap everybody? Let's run the numbers again. Maybe Ace and Clover were working together. Clover, I mean, there's a lot of options here depending on whether Ace has the 0 watch or the 9 watch, but Clover and Junpei would equal 9, so if they get the 0 watch, they can get through that way. Ace and Lotus added together equals 9. 9 plus 9 is 18, which is a digital root of 9. So 4 people are safe there, and then everybody else potentially trapped by Clover to die. And I probably should be upset a little bit more about June getting left to die, but I really am not. And then all the hieroglyphics and Egyptian stuff seems like it's not going to be answered.
Where's everybody else? What happened?
Where are Ace and Lotus?
Oh, Ace said he wanted to show Lotus something, so they went into that hallway.
Yeah, even if Ace only had the 9 bracelet and Clover had the 0 bracelet, this still would work fine because Ace and Lotus plus the 9 bracelet, again, digital root of 9.
Oh, then they went over there?
Yeah, I think so. So where are June, Santa, and 7?
June, Santa, and 7 would have equaled like 6 plus 3 plus that, which would have been 16. So they can't get through a 9 door. Yeah.
Why aren't they with you?
You really want to know?
Okay, here's the revelation. She's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Here, let me show you.
Huh? Bracelets. Oh my god. Oh, holy shit. No. No way. No way. This has got to be some kind of joke. This can't be real.
I'm not sure this game or this is real. That this isn't just some kind of dream or virtual reality thing. But I guess we'll get one last taste of a Jigsaw gory murder game at the end here.
3.
So Santa, 7,
6.
and June.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so.
It's quite impressive that Clover would be able to kill 3 people that are way bigger than her. That being said, like, she probably had all kinds of traps and set up and weapons on her, and it seems like there's maybe even some magical powers she might have. I guess the idea is that they could have escaped from the ship. Now, the way that's phrased, you assume that the bracelet itself is monitoring the heart rate, so if you cut off a hand, the bracelet would come off. It could be, though, that the bomb inside of people are monitoring the heart rate, so the only way it would reach 0 is if you actually died.
In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confine of the ship, or detects that it mirrors heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
It would be interesting if behind door number 2 was, say, a porthole or something, and all they had to do is stick their hands out through that porthole, and at that point they're outside of the confines of the ship, but not able to be rescued because one assumes that the ship is still on open ocean. One assumes that to be the case. But if you did put your hand outside a porthole, maybe then it would drop the bracelets off, and then that would be fine. But if that were the case, then there would be no reason for those 3 people not to follow Clover back up. And that definitely is not what happened, obviously.
But why?
They're all bloody, apparently, too.
Revenge for my brother.
So she's not the killer? She's just a... I guess we should use the tsundere term here. She's just crazy and was in one way or another in love with her brother and really upset that he died. Unless she's going to try to make the argument that it was somehow June, Santa, and Seven that killed Snake, which doesn't make sense. I mean, do those numbers add up? 3, 6, and 7 would be 13, which would be 4. Was that the number 4 door that he was thrown through? No. But maybe the revenge she's talking about, and we'll find out here in a second, is something that these people did to cause Snake to be blind in the first place. This could be a very old revenge plot. Or maybe those people didn't do anything to help Snake as a blind person when they should have.
He was forced into door 3 and murdered.
Door 3. Which could have been some of those people, but I don't know who.
You need at least 3 people to open a door. Who were the 2 that opened that door with him? It could only have been Santa and Seven.
Yeah, I don't think it was, though. I think it was Ace and number 9's bracelet. And clearly, she's been collecting these bracelets, so maybe she hasn't figured out that they might still work.
That's why I killed them.
Santa and 7 would be 10 plus 2, which would be a digital root of 3.
Why?
Why June?
Why did you kill June?
Because she tried to protect them.
Yep. Well, June was gonna make herself a liability, certainly. Although I thought she would probably make herself more of a liability in the other direction, being a burden to the group. Instead, she did the unselfish thing and ended up being punished for it by trying to protect people.
She was in my way. She had to die too.
I kind of thought Clover was going to confess to being 0.
No. No. No.
Hey, Junpei.
She's probably going to kill him too. And here you have her drawn very differently with that upward angle. And this is the first time that the upward angle actually makes sense, because he actually was just depicted on the ground.
Let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's leave this ship.
What the hell are you talking about? To open a numbered door,
Yes, I know. You need at least 3 people.
Hmm.
But as long as we have this...
That's the zero bracelet.
So she does have the zero bracelet.
You've got something in your pocket. What is it?
Oh, this? This is...
So at what point was she planning on murdering them? Probably from the word go.
See? You get it now? If we have the zero bracelet, we can leave.
And you could potentially leave that bloody pile of bracelets for the other group to escape, assuming that the other group hasn't already escaped. If Junpei really went through this and agreed to this, which I doubt he will, then 6 out of the starting 9 people, well, I guess 6 out of the starting 10 people would survive, and that's better than what I figured some of these endings will get.
You and I can open door 9 with just the 2 of us. See? So let's go.
And if you say no, if you're even given a choice, she'll just kill you anyway, so you might as well just agree to it. And then turn her over to the police later once you're safe.
Come on. Hurry up.
This is really not the time to make a moral stand. Like, she seems to have the capability to take on the biggest guy in the whole group. Like, 7 was bigger than Ace a little bit. And Santa was no slouch either, so Junpei really stands no chance against her.
Junpei? Junpei?
Clover.
Yeah?
I guess she wasn't giving you a real choice. She just axed them. So are we going to hear sounds of him bleeding, or did he just fall out of the bed and now we're in the second time loop of the game?
Thanks, Junpei.
Well, interesting. We had never seen the legs of any of the characters before, so she's got these like fuzzy ankle warmers and interesting high heels, which makes her even shorter than she was being depicted as.
I'm just gonna borrow this.
I'm a little surprised she didn't reveal her name. This would be a good point to say, when he said Clover, she should have said, call me Sakura or something like that. Whatever name you wanted to give this character. So we got the bad end. No duh. Like, you probably are supposed to get the bad end in most visual novels with branching endings. And you have to hit A. It's no prompt there. Are we going to get any credits? You've reached one ending. The game has multiple endings. Thanks for telling me that. I guess in the original game you wouldn't have had the flow, so you wouldn't have realized that. In order to experience all the endings, you need to play through the game multiple times. Make sure to save your progress now to retain all the information you've acquired. Memory of Escape has been added to the title screen. Memory of Escape enables you to replay the escape rooms you have completed. Would you like to save your information you obtained during this playthrough? After saving, the game will restart from the beginning. Please select a save slot. So it kind of doesn't matter that we made all these save spots because it's just going to be scum date. We can't save scum. We've got to play through it the whole time. Save complete. Access the flowchart or return at the start of the beginning. So yeah, I think the game is going to let us at least use this information for bits of information. So locked, up here is unlocked. The first one doesn't have an unlocked. So it seems like we were doing fine until the first branch, and basically nothing happened in the middle branch. And then when we were on the third branch, at that point we had a key that was locked, a key that was locked, a key that was locked, and then a lock that was locked. And we ended up with the axe ending, which I thought the bad ending was going to be on the far right, and I'm still not sure. I don't believe that to be the case. So let's just see where this ends us up. 8, 7, 6. A really, really bad ending in that we found nothing out at all, nor did we escape. Of course, the problem now is if you are having a particularly bad experience with this visual novel game, you're probably not going to want to run through all of this like that. Loud noise startled Junpei awake as eyes snapped open.
What the?
And we're on the same point where we are.
Ow, Scott!
They dropped the cussing
I felt
pretty fast.
Damn, my eyesight's
Near the
kinda
end.
blurry. No, wait.
Okay.
That's not it.
Let's see if we can just click this with the mouse cursor.
An earthquake. But it's shaking too fast for that.
Let's click this with the mouse cursor.
Anyway.
So the stop button doesn't seem to do anything, and the fast forward button doesn't seem to do anything.
Where am I? Wait,
Let's see. Can we go to the menu?
what's
No.
that sound?
Just can't do it yet.
That's 5.
There's something weird about that too. This is a numbered door that you go through that doesn't
What's this?
activate the detonator.
It won't open.
So the blue boxes were deads. And so
What's
I
this?
guess you're
Is
starting
this keeping the door shut?
in one of the numbered rooms.
Hey, open!
And we'll just tap the A button as fast as possible as we can get here.
What the hell? A 5. That's
Just
what?
we really don't need to watch this content again. But it doesn't seem like it's gonna let us.
What the hell happened to me? Huh. This is. Hold on. If only it was. Huh? What the? What? What the?
There's a lot of stuff here. Yeah, it's weird that the door would be numbered and locked here.
I need to find.
Alright. So yeah, you have to get all the way to this point, which is, that's quite the setup. Alright, so let's start by, we're at the prologue, and it kind of is obvious that we'll have to keep making save files. And let's return to the title screen. Okay. Options. Cursor speed fast. Skip text on. And Japanese spoken language. Let's go back. And then memories of escape. Let's just look at this quickly. So apparently, as this is laid out, we can see that there was several escape rooms that we haven't done. So we are just about halfway through the game. Alright, and then just continue. And doesn't seem like you can delete save files. So that'll be a thing too. X will speed it up. Which, does that speed up the cursor movement? I guess it does. Let's see. Now, stop just doesn't seem like it's something you can do. Map wise, we can't look at anything else. Flow wise, we can go anywhere we want. You can double click and we can zoom in and we can just skip. Thank goodness. So auto text scrolling doesn't seem like it's working, but it does seem like we can skip things. Thank goodness. The thing here is, which door did we go through? Because if we go through the wrong door, then that would kind of suck. Oh yeah, we know what door we went through. We went through door 4. We want to go through door 5 with the explosion. Let's click this and see what happens. Yeah, it still doesn't feel like it works. Let's go here. Like file. See. Controls during a story section. Press to fast forward, you hold A. To skip, you press X. Story mode is right bump. So A. So do I just have to hold the button down? What if we press X? There we go. So now it's in auto mode, and I'm not pressing any buttons at all. So the question becomes, how much of the story stays the same and how much doesn't? Because if we can save Snake and he doesn't get killed, then it feels like Clover doesn't become a killer. And I guess she had the axe behind her back, and that's what Junpei meant when he said she had a stick behind her back. It definitely feels different after playing the whole game once and hearing the English voice actors. They hear the more standard Japanese voice actors. Apparently he did go by Santa, so that wasn't a localization issue. Yeah. You're definitely in a weird position here as far as how much of this you really would want to replay and how much of the story is really important to replay. I think we'll probably turn it back to the English language fairly quickly. Yep, Oni-chan. That was not translated.
どうしてわかるの？わかるからわかるんだ。答えになってないよ。だったら私も一緒に行く。5の扉に入る。弱ったな。
Yeah, this is definitely not directly translated.
私が加わればいいだけのことだ。違うかね。セブンの7とニルスの2。これに四つ葉の4と私の1を足せば数字根は5になる。
7たす2たす4たす1イコール14。14の数字根は1たす4イコール5か。
This is a game where you might learn how to pronounce and count in Japanese, but it would be a really hard way to learn that. Clover sounds more childish than you would normally see, and all the old guys sound really gruff, like their voice actors have been smoking since they were 20, which in Japan that's probably true. Junpei feels a little off for what he looks like, but his English voice actor also felt a little off for what he looked like. So 8-3 is 11, 17, 22, so the answer would be 3. What? 8-3 would be 11, plus 6 is 17, plus 5 would be 22, which would be 4. And I feel like the answer is being mentioned here. Anyways, but we want to go through door 5. Kinda sucks that we have to go back to the menu here. Yeah, I don't really want to miss any content in English, so we'll come over here and make a new save, and this will be a good revelation. We also now know that there are 6 endings. So we'll stick with English. We will skip a skip text and cursor speed at fast, and that's the best we can do. We'll hit continue, and then just go to save 12 of 30. We're going to run out of save slots fairly quickly. The question is, we want to double check that this resumes us in the exact point, the exact line of dialogue that we were at.
Add up our 4 bracelet numbers and the digital root is 4.
But I want to go through 5.
We can go into door 4.
Yeah. Huh. That worked out well.
So the team assignments will be like this. 7, Snake, Clover, and Ace. They would go through door 5.
I want to go through door 5.
Lotus, Santa, June, and me.
At what point could I make that happen?
Are these really the teams I want?
No.
Beyond door 5 is what remains of the 9th man. I never want to see that thing again, but something's telling me that it'd be a good idea to examine the corpse.
It really would be. You got absolutely nothing by going through door 4.
Of course, if I went through door 5, I wouldn't be going with Lotus and Santa.
And we got a lot of backstory on Lotus.
Through door 5, but that means she'd have to see the body in there. I don't want to put her through that.
I think we will also run into scenarios where we're gonna have to rewind and get a key and then play back regardless all the way to the end of the game. So some of these will certainly
I'm going through door 5.
be longer reruns than the others.
The door's not going anywhere. Slow down.
And it's even in auto mode.
Which door?
Even in auto mode, we need to probably choose in these cases.
Hey, wait. I want to go through door 5 too.
What? What are you saying, Jumpy?
Yeah, that would have been the one thing
If you're going
I would
through
have
that
liked
door,
translated.
then I'm going with you.
No, you can't. I can't take you with me.
Even in,
Why?
if she's all of that,
Oh, you know what's in there, don't you?
that might sober her up a little bit. But even at this point, you kind of get the feeling that June is insanely in love with you.
Man, and we're right back where we started.
But the fact that we now know that 7, Santa,
Is number 5,
Snake,
right?
and
If we are going to add Junpei, then we must subtract 5 from the rest of us. Ace, please, take good care of Clover.
Oh, all right. That's fine.
so Ace and Clover
You
now
need to
go
listen
to
me.
the other group,
Go
and
to
that
door 4
would
with the
stop
others.
Ace from getting the 9 key, which I am sure he
Don't
did.
be so selfish.
Why?
You'll be fine. Just relax.
Huh. What did he tell her?
Okay. I understand.
Like, Snake might still be 0. That would
Let's
be
make sure we've got
the
this
twist,
straight.
is if somebody killed
Those going to door
killed
5
Zero
are
for a different reason.
me, 7, and Snake. 7 plus 2 plus 5 equals 14. And
This
the
will give
digital
us
root of 14,
definitely
1 plus 4 is 5.
different conversations and different people to
And those
talk
going
to.
to door 4 are Lotus, Santa, June, Ace, and Clover.
I would like to know a
8
little
plus
bit
3
more
plus 6
about
plus 1 plus
Ace
4 is
and
22. And the digital root of 22 is 2
June.
plus 2, 4.
but
We're okay with this.
I think we'll have other
Problems here.
opportunities for that.
Yes. Let's do it.
All right then. The lever's all that's left.
Next time we
Okay.
try to
All right then.
rewind,
Let's
I'll
go.
see if I can use the controller to rewind
Okay.
instead of having to
Please be careful.
double click, then double click, then
We
double
will.
click again. It was 3 like double clicks on the flowchart to load into that section or rewind back
And
to it.
it's open.
But you have 9 seconds, and then you have 81 seconds.
That's messed up.
Mm.
That was the 9th man.
Hmm.
Oh.
How can you?
You can definitely
Well,
tell.
Do you intend to kill me? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you?
Sorry.
So
Let's go.
it even is playing little bits of pauses, so the game won't
The countdown
rush
started.
even in auto mode. You can just play it like this. Perfectly fine. It probably should be the default
There's no
option.
turning back now. And if we don't manage to find the deactivation device,
It's hard to criticize certainly when
Hey, where is the
when you're not even interacting with the
How the
game
hell
though.
should I
It's
know?
like both my hands are completely
Stay
free
calm.
right now.
look around you.
Okay, I get it.
But we'll get through these sections a lot faster because
here.
no longer will I pause and not hit the A button every time I want to say something, which is what I was subconsciously doing, certainly. Every single one of these
looks like it
numbered
stopped.
hallways feels
Goddamn, it's gonna
terrible.
Give me a heart attack.
Feels like there should be gameplay there. A race mode. A quick time event would be great. I hate to suggest
Yeah,
quick
we're
time
fine.
events, but
The
honestly,
detonators have been deactivated.
just pressing A
All right, we're moving on.
real
Be
fast
careful, okay?
just to make it feel like the player is interacting with the danger and the drama. I mean, you could kind of easily have changed
They're
it to
gone.
a simple Simon
Now.
like repeat
Doesn't
puzzle.
look like we can go any further this way.
Maybe this wall can be moved.
Seven's gonna try and move them all.
It's not
A wall.
budging.
Hey, there's a door over there.
The whole point of coming this
First
way,
class
though,
cabin, huh?
was to
Well,
search the
seems like
body.
it. Let's have a look then, shall we?
Yeah, they just kind of jumped through that. So
All right then, let's go.
So now the question is Snake somehow smart enough that he's grabbed the 9
I don't want to look,
watch?
but
Or
it's so horrible.
am I
can't
now
even
going to
tell
be the
what's what.
person that grabs the 9 watch?
He'd been wearing these. The bracelet's off. Oh wait, Zero did say.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets.
I guess the bracelets are also bomb-proof. Or the bomb is just oddly localized in such a way it's guaranteed not to blow up the bracelet itself.
In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confine of the ship, or the enigmatic mirror's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
Now, they say shut down. Does that potentially
Bracelet
mean
comes off when you're dead.
it won't be usable anymore?
But what the hell's the point of getting it off when you end up like this? Oh, just imagining how it must have happened. This was a human.
I guess you have to imagine that number 9, his stomach is just exploded, and that's it. That he isn't just
Gotta get out of here.
comically completely exploded into bits of flesh throughout the room.
Where did they?
Oddly, it doesn't seem like he picked up the... You didn't pick up the watch. You just saw the watch.
Check this out.
And
Found
that
this thing here on the door.
forced, I imagine, Ace
Red
to not
light's
have the
on.
watch.
Does that mean it's locked?
So I would assume.
Is there any other way out?
So
We looked around a
many
little,
of the
but in
endings
this door, we didn't find anything.
probably do require you to make sure Ace doesn't have the number
So
9
you're telling
watch.
me that unless we can open this door,
Yes, we won't be going anywhere.
this looks like a bedroom.
Now, it'd be
Then the
kind
other
of
room
funny
is
if it turned
probably a
out
living
Snake or
room,
7 started
the closest you can
fantasizing
get on a ship.
about every time you look at a bed,
All right,
like
let's find
June
a way to
did.
open this door. Come on, guys.
Yeah, 7 certainly more straight to the point and serious. And now we can play the game. So let's ask this question. Can we, first things first, in the first class cabin, we saw this on the map, we didn't get into this point. Can we turn around and get the watch? That's the first question. Wait, that's not where we're going. Where are you going? Didn't we come out of that door? No point going back there. All that there is a locked number door and a dead body. But what's left of it? Yeah. So, you can't go back. It's covered for something. It looks like you could slip something into it, but there's nothing there. Well, it says score on the front. So you think it was for filling sports scores or something. I don't think so. I think score probably means musical score. Now, I guess you have to hit A here. Sheet music. So you have to hit A still when you're playing the game. You know, a lot of these kinds of games, things that would have been for Game Boy or Nintendo DS for new generation, mind your own business, making fun of 7's weight. Couple lights on the wall here. It's a chair. So I think we've seen everything here. Let's rotate more. There's an iron gate in front of the fireplace. There's something behind it. So we have to open the iron gate first. A fireplace on a ship seems... aren't a lot of these people, a lot of people these days with real fireplaces and real fires. Yeah. Remember, allegedly Seven lost his memory. Looks perfect for me. What? Perfect for an elegant gentleman like myself. The couch looks a lot more elegant. Hey, there's something you aren't saying. Never mind. Yeah. Think we'll get to know Seven and maybe regret getting to know Seven. So it doesn't look like we can do anything yet. Gonna use this vase, right? That's pretty clever, Junpei. We'll just gotta fill the thing with water. Nope, I had not thought that at all. Did not occur to me one bit. Let's see. The toilet doesn't seem to have anything in the tank. Some toilet paper on the wall, nothing looks suspicious. So just a toilet for no reason. Sink's clean, any water? Nothing's coming out. We've got the faucet all the way, I can't hear anything. Lights, huh? Nope, doesn't look like there's anything hidden there. Testing, testing. It's great to see you all here. Just flew in from New York and boy, my arm's tired. Thank you, thank you. I'll be all weak. That's not a mic 7, it's just a shower head. What? What the heck? So, yeah, Japanese people apparently don't recognize shower heads enough that it gets mentioned. Bathtub's full of gross cloudy water. Alright, shouldn't be too hard to fill the vase up. We'll try and skip some of this dialogue because it's rather rudimentary stuff. And you're in this hallway. You go in here. What else have we got? Suitcase. Oh shoot, looks like there's nothing in it. Nothing here. We have a score plate G. So we're gonna have to do some kind of musical thing. So you get in here. And we started here. And then we've got... Yes. You know, the sort of thing is known as vanity. Were you aware of that, Junpei? Of course, vanity also refers to self-love, conceit, and narcissism. As such, you could say that every day when a woman looks into one of these, she is staring at her own conceit and narcissism. Doesn't that strike you as terribly sad? Okay. Comments from the male perspective. So we have A and G pieces of glass that we're gonna have to overlay. And maybe we have to do more than one. Found something good, so let's go ahead and turn on the other conversation so we don't have to go through this.
What's wrong? You got
with the X
weird all
button.
of a sudden.
I heard something strange.
Something strange.
Ah, well.
Remember, his hearing was supposed to be really good, so him being in this group
But my auditory senses
makes
are
him helpful.
considerably more advanced than those of most humans. I notice even the slightest of noises.
Right. Are you gonna tell me you can hear a needle drop from a mile away?
No, such a thing would be impossible. However, by listening to the sound of footsteps and breathing, as well as sound echoing off the environment, I can locate most objects.
Oh yeah, that's right. When Clover fell on the big staircase a little while ago, you were at her side immediately.
I think this might be a lie, and he may not be blind.
Yes, I could hear it happen. In fact, I can run quite fast. Certainly as fast as you. And should someone attempt to start a fight with me, I am quite confident that I could defeat them.
Prince really, I think, applies more than Snake.
You don't believe me, do you? Care to give it a try?
Not really.
I must warn you, you'll no doubt regret it. Well, I suppose that's enough playing around. Let's resume our search, shall we?
So then it becomes a question about how did somebody kill him if he's so confident that he could take anyone down. Alright. What was over here? Another plate. If I can click on it. More than a speed up button, you kind of need a slow down button. There's nothing inside. I can tell by the weight, and it makes no noise when shaken. Safe is locked. It's one of those dial locks. Doesn't have a key, we just need to get the dials in the right place when they're open. Did you find anything, Seven? Nope. How about you, Snake? Also found nothing. Let's check the flow here. Yeah, I'm really not sure what the locked element means there. What would have happened that would have potentially given me the key to do the escape rooms? Seems like everything is locked now that we were playing differently. So maybe these symbols just mean you can go back as far as you want, but only if you did it in that one playthrough. So me rewinding all the way back to the top probably won't be super useful. Yeah, I guess that's what that means. Is that there are some places that are unlocked in the novel that you can jump to, but some places that are unlocked. So sometimes the novel parts are marked as unlocked, but sometimes they're marked as you just can't, as nothing. Yeah, it seems like there's two systems to say the same thing. It's a light switch. Nothing happens when I press it. Alright. Let's use the vase. It still kind of stinks that it was so easy to accidentally find the vase and accidentally be told that I was supposed to find water to put out the fire. Alright, about time, buddy. Let's do it. Here we go. So, is the voice acting crashing? Or is this voice acted in Japanese? Ah, that's what we needed to have tested, isn't it? We need to go back to one of these escape the room sections and turn on the voice acting in Japanese and see if all of this is spoken. Yeah. This game does seem to have a little bit too much of a feeling of being a older game than even it is. It kind of falls back to older technology and less advanced ways of trying to tell a visual novel story without the voice acting, without some puzzles, without some gameplay, without some QTEs, that would really help.
Hey, Seven, what the hell was that? Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just felt a little dizzy, that's all. What the hell is wrong with me?
Still don't know why you would have a fireplace. He does feel like he's drugged.
Memory loss?
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't tell you, huh? I told the rest of them before we ran into you on the stairs.
So it's kind of the same conversation, but it's earlier.
I told them I couldn't remember a damn thing from before I woke up.
It's like word for word the same thing.
Didn't realize I hadn't told you.
Whoa, wait a minute. You're talking about amnesia, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, why are you an amnesiac? What happened to you?
If I knew that, I wouldn't really be one, would I?
Oh,
Man, every time I hear that whoopee cushion squeaky sound, it
are you telling the truth?
feels like
Well, you look pretty calm for somebody
it's
who
very
doesn't
odd,
remember anything.
to say the least, to hear that sound effect in the music.
Really got amnesia? Shouldn't you be like upset or confused or something?
Well, sure. I mean, I was pretty confused when I woke up down on D-Deck. But that was a while ago. I've had some time to get used to it. After a while, I figured it wasn't worth the trouble of worrying about it. After all, why worry about something I can't change?
Very Japanese mentality there.
People usually don't stay amnesiacs forever. I figure it'll work itself out eventually.
What we're looking for is if other people had other things in their pockets that Zero left
That's
them.
enough talking for now. Let's
And
get back to work.
we'll see if we find out if that's ever happens.
How are you fine with something like that?
I think the argument would be believable if he just said, well, of course I'm not upset about it. Of course I am upset about it, but what am I supposed to do? This is an emergency and we have 9 hours till we die, so let's worry about that first. So it's a map of the ship. A map. There's a map of the ship here? Yeah. Then I imagine it will prove very helpful. You'd best hold on to it, Junpei. Okay. It's now possible to use the map. So regardless of which path you go to, you can get to the map. But you can't do it in this case. Right, so musical stand, might as well put the music I found on it. I'll put the ceramic plates on the bottom and the glass plates on top. Wait a minute. What's wrong? Well, I put them all on top of each other, but they look odd. Doesn't really look like a song. In all likelihood, we haven't found them all. Need to find more glass plates. Okay, where did we not search? So is it some kind of microphone, I guess? Judging by the feel of it, I would guess it were meant to produce some sort of sound, and this device will sense it and unlock. Okay. Let's look at our items. Is there some way? I feel like we need one more. Nothing here. Is there anything more that we could have clicked on over here? Well, it's dirty. Can't see more than 4 inches or so. I can't see anything down. Do you think? Think what? That's filthy. If there isn't anything underneath it, I sure can't see it. Let's still, I want to be sure. Faucet's really hard to turn. Oh, matter. A yank on it won't budge. Hard for you to turn, kid, huh? How about you let a man give it a shot? Damn it, nothing. Might as well be a rock. Looks like something is holding that knob in place. 7, I guess we might as well give up. Is there a way to pull the plug? Let's drain the water. Yeah, good plan. Kind of a bad plan considering how you don't run into any food or water anywhere else in the game, and all the toilets you run into are drained. Alright, so this was the last one. Score plate D. So hopefully we now have them all. If I can figure out how to get to the other room. It's kind of a complicated layout. Yeah. There's 2 closets, I guess. Yeah. It's a little complicated of a layout. Stack the glass plates on top. And it worked. Sweet. Now I can play the music. Junpei, would you be so kind as to play the piano? I am unable to, you see. I'm not sure I need to tell you, but the keys of the piano are not what you might expect them to be. C won't be C, D won't be D, and so forth. You must listen carefully to determine which keys to strike. Do you understand? Yeah. Alright, let's give this a shot. I have no idea. Like, okay, well, so they're going to give you absolutely no help here, I guess, if you don't know how to play the piano in the first place, and it's a combination. So I think this would be A, and then A sharp, B, and this would be C, so let's hit C. That wasn't right. So, are these in order? What is going on? Don't do any of the sharps or flats, I guess. Okay, this is fairly easy then. It's just brute force it. Brute force. And then figure out the order. These 2 are the bottom ones. That. Then that should be it. But it isn't. That. It's just like randomizing. This. Kind of feels like it's just randomizing the solutions. So these 2, and then that one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, they're making it fairly easy. And then back this way. And then this. And then this. And then this. So we got 1. We're halfway there. I guess the problem now is nope. Hey, can we skip these puzzles? 2, 3, 3, 4, and then 1, and then 3, 2, and then 1, and then 3. Only need to play those 4 notes. C, D, G, and A. So I don't know if I'm supposed to brute force this or what. Because there's kind of nothing here we can do to skip. They're trying to tell me, but I am just gonna have to write this down, I think, because there's no way I'm gonna get this. Not realistically. Let's see. So 3 is what we'll start with. Then 4. Then 5. 4, 5, and 6. And then the next part of that is 3, and then 5 and 4, and then you're back to 3. So that's the first part, so I shouldn't have any problem there. Then the question becomes, the next one should be 4, and then the next one should be 6, right? No. 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 5, 4, 3, 4, and 4. It's 4. Is it 3? Okay. 3. And then the next one should be like maybe 5, 6, no. 3. I think it's 5. Let's try that. 5, okay. 5. And then this should be 6, 6. And then that should be 5. And then it's the same at the end again, so it should be 4, 3. Very standard doorbell sound effect. And we're done. Music is not my forte. Wait, what was that noise? Junpei, we did it. Look, it looks like it worked. I heard something unlock over by the exit. Let's go. Good plan. Stand, bow, be seated. Well, I guess he hasn't forgotten that. So that's a reference to what they say at the beginning of Japanese classes, and that was the sound effect of what they play in the school bells, school chimes in Japanese schools. At least Snake thinks it's funny. Haha. Yes, I suppose that was the classroom bell, wasn't it? I don't imagine that's what Zero was thinking of, however. Now, Zero almost certainly meant to suggest Westminster, not middle school. Westminster. The palace in London that plays host these days to the House of Parliament. You've heard of Big Ben, the famous clock tower, yes? Big Ben plays that very collection of notes on the hour. London, the capital of England, huh? At any rate, the door is now unlocked. It's not uncommon for amnesiacs to have basic facts without having personal memories. But I don't know if this game would have been that smart to know that. I think they're probably hinting that he didn't lose his memory. Let's leave this place immediately. What do you mean, leave this place immediately? Safe. It's a safe. A safe, huh? The exit's open, yes. Strange we didn't need to open up this to achieve our goals. Do you think it's important? I wonder what's in there. Yeah, blind guy. Why can you not, like, just listen to the safe and open it? And we can't go back and get the number 9 watch. So it really does feel like some shenanigans happen here when it's the other group. Because, yeah. It wouldn't really make sense if the safe doesn't have something important in it. Alright, well, let's go ahead and save our game. Next save file. And not return to the screen. And file-wise, do we have anything new on the files? I guess not. So, yeah. So now we're into our second playthrough, and we'll try to have an accelerated experience as fast as we can. Once we get back, let's see. You can use the D-pad to go up and down on this. Left and right. So ideally, once we get back to this point, we'll be able to kind of rush so that we don't end up so we can make a decision that doesn't end up having us go down this way, which I guess this is unlocked, and I guess these are locked. Something's weird here, though. Take note that this escape room has 2 locked symbols on it, which kind of implies that there's something else locked. Maybe as the story moves forward, we'll find this unlocks and this unlocks because somebody else did it, and perhaps there's some combination of these locked to unlock symbols that means something. I don't know. Or maybe it's just really bad game design. Once we get to this point, we'll be on another straight path, and even if we went over here to the left and did this, it would then probably be fairly easy just to go back through here, and we'll try to avoid going down this path and seeing this ending, because I don't really see a reason to see this ending. Now the problem comes down to, can we and will we need to at some point fast forward to this point, see this part through because it gives us some bit of information and sets something up, and then skip after we select this path all the way down to this path, so that might change the outcome slightly at these points? Or was it simply a case of I just made some mistake, some bad ending mistake that forced me down this direction that really is easily avoidable just based on the 2 or 3 conversation choices I made throughout the game. We'll just have to figure out later, I suppose. That's gonna be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.